What's up YouTubers, this is Slimo94 here, and today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different from my last video. And no, I'm not talking about the Watto impression. Just for the record, I'm not like I'm not a impersonator of any kind. I just decided to do it for a laugh, just because I had the mask, just because I thought it was quite cool, and I've been practicing it for quite a long time. You can actually probably tell my voice is a little bit rasp now, just because I've been practicing. I've been trying to perfect this this impression for so long, and it's taken ages. Like, I don't know, it just seems to have taken such a long time to get it right, but it really does take its toll on your throat once you've done it. Anyway, back to the point. Yeah, my last video was just a standard Star Wars figure review. Today, on the other hand, I'm going to be talking about Star Wars Lego. I'm going to be talking about two different sets. Well, different in the sense that they are two different versions, but they are essentially the same set. They both retell the same scene from Star Wars, namely the scene towards the end of Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, where Yoda finally confronts Count Dooku after the Count has just finished thrashing Obi-Wan and Anakin, and is presumably ready to kill them. Yeah, there are two different versions of this set. First, we have the 2002 edition, Jedi Duel, and then we have the 2013 edition, Duel and Geonosis. Okay, that one didn't have a title on the instruction manual, but whatever. Okay, so starting with the 2002 edition, the reason why I chose this one, well, the reason why I chose the thing overall was because this is one of my favourite scenes from Episode 2, and it's the one that I actually believe to be the most iconic as well, just because it's the scene where we finally get to see Yoda in action. I mean, let's face it, I mean, Yoda spent most of the time either walking around with his walking stick or hovering around in his council chair, so we didn't really get to see much of him. He didn't really have a significant amount of screen time either, except for Episode 5, when he spends half the film training up Luke, and when he finally uses the Force to cause the X-Wing to ascend from the marsh pit. Everyone obviously remembers that scene, but I mean, he didn't really do anything much in the first two films, apart from the end of Episode 2. So everyone was obviously really shocked, you know, like they weren't expecting it. Me especially, because I was only about 7 years old at the time when the film came out. I mean, I went to see all three of them on the day that they came out. I think I can only have been about 4 or 5 when The Phantom Menace came out. So I think, yeah, I must have only been about 7 years old when I went to see Attack of the Clones. And obviously, being such a young age meant that I obviously wasn't computer literate enough to you know, faff around on the internet and look on Wikipedia or whatever the article. So I didn't know that this was coming. I wasn't expecting Yoda to go all epic lightsaber mad, and it was quite special actually, and I really enjoyed it. And I actually remember my dad's exact words when we walked out the cinema that day. He said to me, "I can't believe you waited for 3 years just to see bloody Sooty jumping all around Christopher Lee." And so yeah, needless to say, he wasn't all too enthusiastic about going to watch it. So somehow I managed to drag him out, but I don't know. I think he secretly enjoyed it really, but I just didn't want to admit it. I think it was actually the film he disliked the most. Just because there was too much lovey-dovey nonsense in it that shouldn't really have been a part of Star Wars, because it takes out all the seriousness. But whatever. Okay, so yeah, sorry about the rambling. Okay, so first I'm going to be doing a little talk about Count Dooku of the set. This one's quite interesting because it was the first time they moulded a curved lightsaber hilt, which obviously wasn't present prior to the Episode 2 line, because no one had a curved lightsaber hilt. It's quite interesting actually, because Count Dooku's lightsaber is the only one which remains, even now, to have a kind of silver lightsaber hilt. They've actually changed the rest, the hilts of all the rest of the Jedi to being grey now, but Count Dooku's is the only one that remains the same evidence in the 2013 edition. Actually, I will admit, I did rebuy this set. Obviously, because it was like 12 years ago when I last had it, so I obviously lost it over the years, so I had to rebuy it. Actually, originally when I received this, I was given this because it was second hand. The cape for Count Dooku was actually black, and but it's quite interesting because there was a little card that came inside the. It was like stuck on the instruction manual that said, "Sorry about the wrong colour for the cape. I'll send you a set of brown capes later on." He even attached a little bag of sweets to go with it. So I thought that was quite nice of him. So yeah, and then subsequently he sent me 2 brown capes, which I then thought, yeah, fair dues. I even put one on my Yoda, just for a laugh. But yeah, well, took it off for the review. But yeah, we also have Yoda now. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I think this is one of the most stupid-looking things I've ever seen for a Lego figure. His head is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, okay, you've got to take into account it was a long time ago, but still, I mean, there's absolutely no paintwork on the eyes whatsoever. They've got the wrong shade of green for Yoda for a start. I don't like the sculpting for the back of the head either. It's just completely wrong. It's almost as though he's got kind of a, I don't know. It's like he's got kind of a lumpy kind of head, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't. But I mean, the one thing I will say that was pretty good. This was actually the first time they introduced the mini legs, which was pretty cool. Actually, I think. Oh no, okay. There was the one for Dobby as well from one of the Harry Potter 2 sets, but that came out after, I believe. So yeah, this is the first time we got some small legs for Lego characters. So that was pretty cool. And obviously he's got his green lightsaber, but I mean, apart from that, I wasn't impressed with Yoda. But I mean, I thought they did Count Dooku pretty well for the time. I mean, he's got that kind of stern, immobilizing, imposing look in his face there, which is quite good. I thought they could have done something about the hair. They just used a standard Lego hair mold for that, but I mean, obviously Christopher Lee's hair is not that long. Certainly not as long as portrayed on the Lego figure anyway. This is the speeder bike that came with it. I was actually a little bit irked when I first saw the figure, because the set rather, because I mean, I was expecting it to be the original colour, like brown. I don't know why they decided to go with blue. I just think it's quite bizarre, really. I suppose it was just I think they just introduced this particular shade of blue brick into the Lego series, so maybe it was just an excuse to kind of stick that in somewhere. I don't know, but I wasn't really impressed with the design of the solar sailor, as they call it. Yeah, I mean, it could. I think it leaves a lot to be desired, and you got the 2002 excuse for a crane as well. This is the crane which Count Dooku uses to kind of try and crash down on Anakin and Obi-Wan. Oh gosh. Okay, I've just managed to dismantle that. Oh shit. Okay, it's completely broke. Right, I'll have to sort that out after. So yeah, I mean, overall it was, I mean, it was good at the time. I was really kind of pleased with it at the time, obviously, because I was only 7 years old. I didn't know any different. Even though I was a bit annoyed about the solar sailor being blue and Yoda's head mold, but I mean, I suppose the design for most Lego wasn't very detailed back then anyway, just because they. I suppose they just didn't have the. I don't know. They probably just didn't have the funds to do back then that they do now. The way they're able to make these amazing head molds and stuff, they probably just couldn't do it back in the day. So probably just got to blame money for that one, really. Okay, so I think that's enough for that one. I'm now going to move towards the 2013 edition, which I built a couple of days ago. Okay, well, I had to put it back together today because some of the bits became separated. So this is the entire thing. We've got the crane there, which is obviously a lot more accurate than the 2002 edition. It looks exactly like how the crane should look. It's got all the pillars and everything, which is really impressive. It's the same as, I believe, the crane which was shown in the Lego Star Wars video game. You've got this part here. This all kind of folds out. Inside here, let me just get it open. I'm just going to rest that one there. Actually, yeah, I've actually got a. I've actually managed to find out my old docking station for my AirPods, so it means I can actually stand it up on something now instead of having to hold it whenever I want to show something. But yeah, we've also got this. Okay, so in here, I don't know if you can see that. In there, you've got a little kind of compartment just there, and inside here you can put this in. This is Count Dooku's Force Lightning. I thought that was quite cool that they included that because it was never in the 2002 edition. So nice little add-on there. That closes up like that. You use this. This is like a kind of. This is powered by a lever, which will cause that to go down like that. I quite like that. Okay, so now for the figures. Oh yeah, and you've also got this thing here, which is pretty cool. Yep. Oh, and you've also got this. This is the this. You can just see it. This is the landing platform, which has Count Dooku, which I suppose Count Dooku's soda sailor takes off on and goes into his ship. Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna talk about Yoda from the set because we have a massive improvement here. As you can see, actually I'm just gonna take the head off just to show you. We have an absolutely beautiful head mold here, as opposed to the last one. The eyes have been coloured properly. They've used a more Yodery shade of green for the paintwork. I like how they've also included his hair on the back. Now, I'm not sure, I mean I could be wrong, but I think they've used a different type of plastic for the head. Now, with this one, I'm not sure, I mean it could be plastic, I don't know whether it's plastic or it could even be like it's kind of like a little bit squishy, so I don't know if it's some kind of reinforced foam or something, but for this version of the head, I think it's definitely a different kind of plastic, even for the ears as well, because they're not as kind of they're not as, I suppose, soft as the original one. Okay, so for his Jedi attire, as you can see, it's got a slightly darker shade of beige, which is, I suppose, more realistic. I suppose that's how it should be for Jedi robes. Obviously, you can see like the you can see part of his abdomen there, like because he's supposed to be quite muscly, which is also evident in the. You can also see in the film. You don't have that there. It's a bit more open. His Jedi robes there, which is good. You've also got this thing on the back of him here. Now this is the purpose of that is so you can stick it on the on this thing here. So I will just show you now. Bear with me. Okay, so as you can see, this is designed to push back and forth, and it's basically so Yoda can go all mad with his lightsaber skills, which I thought was quite good, to be fair, because that's what he's supposed to do. So that's pretty cool. Okay, now for Count Dooku. Now then, this one was quite a treat actually, because it was really impressive in terms of the design in comparison to the original Count Dooku. Now, if you just look at this head mold here, I think, well, the paintwork rather, I just think it's absolutely amazing, and it really does resemble Christopher Lee, just like it should. I mean, even the hair as well. They've got the hair spot on. The mold for the hair's a lot better. It's got that. It's got that kind of. It's got that shortness to it, but it's also got the thickness as well, and that's how his hair should be. The face is absolutely spot on, and I believe they use the same. They use the same paintwork for the face as they did for Saruman from the Lord of the Rings Lego sets. Just because it's obviously the same actor, so they thought, yeah, why don't we just apply it to both characters? So I just took his hair out just so I could move his head. This is the backside of his head, so you've got this his more calm and collected face, and then you've got his angry face here when he's kind of struggling up a bit, I suppose, when he's trying to fight Yoda. So I thought that was pretty cool the way they did that. You probably see in comparison. So I'm just going to put his hair back on. Put on a bald Dooku. Okay, so there's a little bit of a difference between the suits as well. This chain that goes around his that's supposed to give him, for his cape. It's kind of a bit more shiny in this one, and the same with his belt as well. I mean, his belt is just purely brown here, whereas here it's got that kind of silver to it as well. The cape is obviously exactly the same cape, but they didn't need to make any improvements there. They've got his peach Lego face. These came in, I think, around 2000, and they introduced the pink faces, I think, in 2005. Because I know the Star Wars Revenge of the Sith line was the first set of one of the first sets of Lego figures to have the peach face, so they finally got that there. It's quite different. It's quite weird seeing a Lego figure with a yellow face. Actually, I mean, I know a lot of the classic sets, like the standard miscellaneous Lego sets still all have yellow faces, but for the more themed things like Star Wars, Harry Potter, The Hobbit, they all have the peach faces and stuff. So yeah, that's pretty cool in the sense that it's more detailed. Now we also have here Count Dooku's Solar Sailor. I was a lot more pleased with this one because they've actually gone with the proper design, and it's brown as well, which is pretty cool. As you can see, you've got the lightsaber hilt here. Oh, just one thing I wanted to do actually was have a quick talk about the difference between the lightsaber hilts of Count Dooku and Yoda, because as you can see here, this lightsaber hilt is the same as the one from the original 2002 set. See, they are both the kind of shiny silver thing, whereas Yoda's new lightsaber it's kind of a little bit silver, but not as much as this one, as you can see there. So there is a little bit of a difference. I mean, it's not completely grey either. It's kind of like a shiny grey, I suppose, but not quite silver. I don't know what reason that is. Presumably because he's the main Jedi, so maybe he has a more attractive kind of looking lightsaber hilt. I don't know. I'm just speculating now. So yeah. In addition, there were two more figures for the set, which I was absolutely chuffed about, because we finally have a Lego mold for Poggle the Lesser. I was absolutely thrilled with this because I think he looks so beautiful, and his head mold is absolutely spot on. It's just stunning. I just think the way they've improved Lego over the past few years is just amazing. I mean, this is it looks even better than how it did in the Lego games. It's just so detailed, and you can see the kind of weathering almost in his skin, as shown by the different shades in the paintwork there. It's just so cool. I'm really pleased with that. Okay, to show the figure overall, he's got the same kind of Geonosian wings as seen on pretty much any Geonosian Lego figure. Bear in mind there was a Geonosian set that I don't think came out along with the original 2000 and the original episode 2 set, but I know it came out sometime after. It was like a Geonosian fighter with two Geonosians and some battle droids. But yeah, so it's the same wings as those. His torso and his legs are a lot better as well because the paintwork's a lot better. You've got this kind of shiny thing about it, which is pretty cool. And he's got his staff as well. And also, we have his. These are, I believe, these are the plans. The plans which he's trying to keep discreet from the Republic. It's that little kind of computer thing that shows a orange kind of holographic image of the Death Star when he's talking to Count Dooku. So I think it's pretty cool that that's in there as well. But yeah, just going back to the head, I am just so impressed with the way they've done that. I just think he looks so beautiful and so imposing as well. I think, and I'm just really pleased with it. I'm glad they finally made a figure for Pockle the Lesser because it was something that my collection was lacking. So yeah, hands up to the Lego producers for that. Okay, last but not least, we've got Count Dooku's pilot. Now, this set doesn't actually include Count Dooku's ship, but I suppose he's just there just because he's waiting for Count Dooku to come on board with his solar sailor. Sorry, I'm just gonna have to look for this guy's name because it's a FA4 pilot droid. So I just had to check the box. I wasn't sure what his name was, but I think he's quite cool. I always found this droid kind of creepy in the film for some reason. I don't know why. It's just something about him. I don't know if it was his kind of, I don't know. I don't know if it was something to do with his posture or his mannerism, his voice or whatever. But I didn't like him. I was a little bit creeped out by him when I first saw him in the films. Okay, so yeah, I think that's about everything. Thanks for watching, guys. I will be sure to do some more Lego reviews at some point. They won't entirely be Lego based, but I mean I will try and slot some a small like review of some Lego in with my other reviews. But I don't know if I'll do. I don't know if I'm gonna do many more videos that are purely Lego based. But I'll wait and see anyway. I mean, I don't actually buy as much Lego as I used to now, but well, I'll wait and see. There are a couple of sets that I'm looking to buy, like the Episode 3 set, the newest one, Palpatine's Arrest, which I think came out in 2013. I might do a review on that one, but apart from that, I'm just going to be kind of slotting in Lego models in with my other reviews as opposed to doing full videos completely devoted to the Lego sets. But I do hope you enjoy this. I tried to be as thorough as I can. I'm pretty sure I'm still a little bit noobish compared to other actual reviews of Lego, but yeah, I do kind of try and say as much as possible. So yeah, I'm quite pleased anyway. Alright, cheers for watching, guys. Thank you very much, and may the force be with you all. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you all soon. Thank you. Good night.